Boom, live. Going live. Right there. Right there on the corner. Graham Elwood coming to you live, everybody. Let's bring up some graphics. Let's do this. How's everybody doing today? Oh, snap. That's really bright, huh? That makes it dark. Let's go here. Let's try this. How's that? Blue screen McGillicuddy. Yeah, that's all right. How's everybody doing? It's a little bit funny. How about this one? Oh, God. Horrifying. Too bright. A little bit better. I'm literally in front of a blue screen. All right. Let's pull it down. Let's shake it out. How's everybody doing? Let me know if you can hear me, see me, all that. Tommy. Let me bring up the control room. Creator Studio. Events. No one's chatting. I'm not seeing anybody say anything. Can you hear me? Can you see me? No one, I can't see any chats at all. Oh, there they are. Okay. Good. Beatrice Pierre, Balthazar 228. Yeah, Balthazar 228, that's what it is. Andrew Sweet is here. Meat smoothies all the time. Phil Brzezinski, keep the waves. Dents from Germany's all fine. All right. Real quick, guys. This smoothie is unsweetened organic almond milk, frozen half of an organic banana. I got a Earthbound Farms organic mixed berry bag that I froze and I put in here with some frozen spinach, organic unsweetened crunchy peanut butter, and Vegas Sport protein powder. Hey, Marcia Smith and Susan Brown. Thank you, Marcia Smith, and some of the other people that came out to the show last night at the Corbin Bowl, the Stay in Your Lane bowling show. A lot of fun. Great show. Did some bowling afterwards. It was good. I played beach volleyball today and then went surfing. Phil Brzezinski, where are we in the Kavanaugh situation? Oh, boy. It's hard to keep track of it because it's always changing. It's funny how this all old white dudes are you know, trying to discount this woman. Why didn't she come forward sooner? All the bullshit things you say to assault victims and abuse victims. Why didn't they come forward? You know, I mean, this is what those that are accused and their supporters do. I mean, the Catholic Church is very skilled at this. They have a team of lawyers for the Catholic Archdiocese whose sole purpose is to discredit people who are coming forward 20, 30 years later. That's their sole purpose. Oh, repressed memories aren't a real thing. That's something the Catholic Church, their lawyers say. So that's what they're going to try to do to this woman. Also, there's the fact that the Democrats just sort of rubber stamped all of Trump's people, you know, and it's crazy. Ugh. Citizens Media is here. Marcia Smith laughs so hard her face hurt. That's so great. I did not, Andrew Sweet, see the woman on CNN. All teen boys do this sort of thing. Well, that's horrifying. This boys will be boys thing, that's horrifying. I didn't do that when I was a teenager. Yeah, my hormones were kicking. I was like trying to get laid all the time, sure. But a girl said no, it meant no. I never forced myself on anyone. I don't know any guys that have done that. I mean, that's terrifying. We're just, oh, it's just teenage boys. The laws don't apply to them. They can just run around, do whatever the fuck they want. That's horrifying. Yeah, and those women were all GOP operatives, of course. So, I mean, I think it's important that this country really has a serious discussion about sexual assault and abuse and all that stuff, because you listen to these old GOP people talk, it's just preposterous. You know, that's the problem with the two-party system and the identity politics and all this. So, like, no one can just get to the root of the truth because they have to defend or attack. You know, no one can just say this isn't right. I don't care what party I'm in or what party they're in. This isn't right. You know, whatever it is, no one can say it. Those Hillary supporters that just, you know, oh, down to Brazil, they let that slide. They let Debbie Wasserman Schultz, all these crimes that were committed, and the Democratic Party keeps doing all this awful stuff, and they just let it slide because, oh, the Republicans are evil. That's a much lesser degree to Kavanaugh being accused of being a rapist, but it's still part of that problem. I mean, the people that are just defending Kavanaugh just because he's a Republican and they're Republicans, it's awful. I mean, it's like the people that defend the Catholic priest. Well, I'm a Catholic. You know, Catholic charities do a lot of good work. So it doesn't mean you get to rape a kid and cover it up. Joe Paterno graduated a lot of players, man. Come on. Look at the graduation rate. Doesn't mean that it was okay that he sat around for 13 years knowing full well there's emails, there's evidence that he knew. He knew about Sandusky. The dean knew about Sandusky. They knew about Sandusky and did nothing. Oh, but he graduated a lot of guys. He won a lot of football games. Gave a lot of guys scholarships. So? I'm so tired of it, man. Yeah, as Robert Fernandez says, the normalizing of these obviously criminal acts is mind-blowing. I'm bummed. The only option for Colorado governor that talks about Medicare for all is Paulus, and he voted for Bush tax cut extension. I'm also bummed Kyle defended the Bush tax cuts when I told him about this. Yeah. It's crazy. Don't forget you can support the show with the Super Chat thing. Yeah, Michael Stiegel Jr., they will vote party line rather than vote morals. No one is voting for morals. people are voting for party line, which really is just voting for corporate donors. And look how the Democratic Party is still selling us out. Jimmy Dore did that video, and I highly recommend watching it, where he shows Cory Booker and Andrew Gillum, all pals for, you know, and then and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez backing Andrew Cuomo. It's unbelievable, man. I don't know why Ocasio-Cortez feels she has to do that. I don't know what I mean, does the Democratic leadership just come in and go, hey, you better back us? This is why the Democratic Party is not worth saving. And that was the one thing that in my mind was disappointing about what Tulsi Gabbard had to say in her interview with Jimmy Dore. I love Tulsi. When he was like, you really think this party is worth saving? And she's like, yeah, we got, you know, failure isn't an option. We got to fix from within. How? Trying to fix from within, in my opinion, is failure. That is you are picking the option of failure because the Democratic Party is not going to reform. They're going to have Cory Booker or Kamala Harris is going to be who they're going to jam down our throats in 2020. Or Joe Biden or somebody. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Balthazar228, thank you for supporting the show. Check out Streamlabs. It's a plugin that not only keeps track of super chats, but no money goes to Google and PayPal is accepted. All right. I appreciate you guys have brought this up, and it's my fault for not getting ahead of this sooner. It's just tough because I do this. I do this super chats on Sundays, and then the whole rest of the week I got all this other stuff I got to deal with, and then I really kind of get to this with not a lot of time. But I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do it right now. Let's go to Streamlabs. Here we go. Streamlabs.com. Streaming app. Download the beta. We're going to do it right now. Balthazar228. This is what we got to do. Look, the channel, I'm growing this and I'm liking it. It's great. I'm going to be on Aggressive Progressive Tuesday. Ah, snap. Boom, 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 boom. Secret. Yeah, Jimmy's out of town, so. I set up a Bitcoin wallet. I think I set that up. And I just need to take the wallet code, if I'm not mistaken, and put that like on, so you guys can donate cryptocurrency to me. That I'm completely new about. Streamlabs, setting it up. All right. Okay. I don't know how to do this. Sure, now what? I don't get it. Oh, man. I'm sorry. I'm not. None of this. Ugh. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, this is not an exciting live stream right now. Yeah, Streamlabs, I can't figure this out right now. All right. Balthazar228, my promise to you, sir, is that I will get that figured out, Streamlabs. So it's a plug-in that keeps track of super chats, but no money goes to Google and PayPal is accepted. Okay, I will do that. All right. Yeah, YouTube just keeps getting dumber and dumber. Wait. What's going on? Oh. Click login on the main site, then click log on with YouTube, then click allow once you've selected your proper account. What? Click login on the main site. Maybe I shouldn't download the beta. All right, log in. Log in with YouTube. Oh. Yeah, I'm not very... I don't got tech smarts. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so how do I... Okay. Then click Allow once you've selected your proper account. All right, I've done that. I'm at the dashboard for Streamlabs. 3 subscribers. Oh, here it is. Holy shit. So now, wait, can you guys see the Streamlabs thing? How do I... Okay. The app is separate. All right, you guys are all schooling me on this. This is fantastic. All right, Balthazar228, thank you so much. So now what? Don't worry, Graham, they already have your information. The app is separate. Oh. Okay, here comes a block. And if you're going to talk junk about my friend, you're going to get the big boom. There you go. It'll be hidden. There you go. And you're going to get removed. You have to show your screen for anyone to see it. Oh, okay. So I got to do this. Payments accounts, sorry, donation settings. So I have to do this. Wait, that? This is fucking confusing as fuck. $10 in super chat revenue. Then, sorry, donation settings. Wait, what? You have to show your screen before anyone sees it. Payment accounts. I got to move this back over to my laptop real quick. Okay, so don't worry about showing it. Okay, so like link PayPal, payment accounts, sorry, donation settings. Donation settings. Okay. Connect. Graham. Okay. To your page where viewers can send donations. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. So then I guess I put this here. While we're waiting for that, PS Xbox Gamer, hi Graham, here in UK, Jeremy Corbyn wiped the Conservative Party major off. 326 seats? That sounds like a good thing, if I understand correctly, which is fantastic. So I just put my Streamlabs number on there. All the Twitch streamers use Streamlabs. Okay, cool. So it's times in PV. So let me... So have I done this right now, Balthazar? Am I doing this right? Okay. All right, so now I take PayPal, guys. All right, let's go back to dashboard. Why is my thing not moving? All right, so I can't, how do I figure this out? Dude. You made a test donation. Okay, so I see it here. But now the page won't scroll down. The page is being stupid. God, fucking technology. Sometimes I want to set it on fire. All right, there we go. All right, you just did, all right, Balthazar228 just did the test. Boom. Streamlabs, you guys. We just made it happen. Thank you so much for helping out, Balthazar228, and everybody else's for your comments. So now you can donate without giving any money to Google. Suck it, Google. We don't need you anyway. Cool. All right, how do we do what's this, an alert? Spin wheel? I don't know what a spin wheel is. All right, how do I get an alert? Is that something I need to figure out? You can also post the URL in the description. Oh, all right, there we go. I will put that in the description. I will change that right now. Health is good. Help. Maybe I can't change it already. Info and settings. All right, here we go. I'm sorry, guys. I hope this isn't so. Sorry if this is tedious for people. Streamlabs. There. I just put it in the thing. There. Boom. I keep saying boom. Proudfoot7, you are much more calm about computer glitches than I am. Serenity now. Thank you for supporting the show. Well, I'm straight at this. I went surfing. I just had a vegan smoothie. And if I was really hungry, it might be different. Yeah, YouTube doesn't want you overriding their piece of the action for sure. Can't even figure out how to log on to the Patreon page. Kate, loved meeting you in the show after. Loved meeting you in the Chicago. God, wow, your writing's fine. My reading and talking isn't great. Loved meeting you in Chicago after the show. What's the best way to donate? Just tuned in. Well, I'm glad you asked. We just started using Streamlabs literally right now, thanks to Balthazar228 and a couple other people helping out here. So if you, in the description, you'll see a streamlabs.com/Graham Elwood. Go there and you can donate using PayPal. So then there's no money going into Google. Haha, Google, haha. No, you want to throttle my numbers. That's what you get. Well, Proudfoots, I hope this serenity moment is helping you. I've had plenty of moments where I do want to pick my laptop up and throw it through a window and then set it on fire and then smash it and then set it on fire again. Just today's not one of those moments. Oh, cool. So you got $1 in donation revenue. Yeah, go to Streamlabs, guys, and I'll answer your question because I see it come up in Streamlabs. I don't know how we skip alert. I don't want to skip the alert. Who knows? All right. I think you might have to do an on-screen alert from whatever app you use to stream from. OBS Streamlabs, the thing you downloaded, has a way to have alerts show. Oh, that's that thing that I downloaded. Yeah, all right. I don't know that thing, man. Oh, Jesus. That thing is not opening up. It keeps pretending that it's opening up, but then I don't see it open up. Maybe I downloaded the PC version by mistake since I use Macintoshes. It's a type of an Apple. If it's straight YouTube, you may just have to check the dashboard. Okay, that's cool. All right, I'll just keep checking. Right. I'll just keep going back to the Streamlabs thing and seeing if any of those donations show up. First donation. Well, click here for a quick setup guide. All right. Do I have to keep resetting the page? All right. Oh! Marcia Smith. Yes, it did work on Streamlabs. Awesome. Right on. I just got to hit the refresh page. I mean, look, we'll streamline this before the next week, hopefully. But, yeah, this is rad. It's working. All right. Oh. I did just see yours, Marcia Smith. Thank you so much. Marcia, by the way, is recovering quite nicely from her surgery that she's talked about. So, good to see her. She came at the show last night. Solid show. New comedy bit. How do you destroy your computer? Yeah. What's your favorite way to want to set your computer on fire when you're having a tech problem? Maybe you like to pour hot coffee on it. I don't know. Maybe you like to draw a bath and chuck it in there. I don't know. Let's get some helpful destroy your computer tips. Carrie Nichols. Have you read the new Chris Hedges book or his American Fascist? I'm a whole lot creeped out by the end game of the right evangelicals movement. I haven't read. I've seen some excerpts from the American Fascist thing, and that's terrifying, especially. And I give Chris Hedges credit because he's an ordained minister. I've seen him do some interviews for his new book about the end of the American Empire, and it's fascinating because like he was on Balthazar 228, sent you a tweet with tutorials I made. All right, cool, brother. I'll check those out. Thank you. But to get back to your question, Carrie Nichols, I watched him on MSNBC, and they're like, here's Chris Hedges, who's on, he's got a show on RT, which is funded by the Russian government. I was like, okay, that's fair, it is. But wouldn't it be great if then he went, oh, and it's nice to be on MSNBC, which is funded by Boeing, the big pharmaceutical companies, the oil industry, and, and big banks. Yeah, America, the Farewell Tour is his latest book. I want to get it because I love Chris Hedges' writing. As I've referenced Death of the Liberal Class on the show like almost on a daily. So that's and he's out there doing real journalism. I mean, it was he and Cornel West that said Bernie Sanders missed his opportunity. He should have, when he lost the nomination, should have ran as an independent. That was the moment he could have maybe won as an independent. So I will check that book out. Michael Stiegel Jr., give your 3-year-old child a laptop and it will be destroyed in about 2 minutes. Yes, Phil Brzezinski, Balthazar 228 is the MVP. PS Xbox Gamer, getting back to what Corbyn did in the UK. Graham, here in the UK, Jeremy Corbyn is 20 seats of forming a coalition government. The Conservative establishment got the majority whipped off last time. Nice. That's great. It's great. I mean, if Jeremy Corbyn can do that in the UK, I mean, the UK has been like, almost stride for stride with the American war machine and using the global war on terror as an excuse to just surveil its citizens and drone strike and all that other stuff. So if Corbyn can really get in there, man, that would just be fantastic. That'd be so great. All right on. Proudfoot's donated. Well, this seems easy so far in Streamlabs. Awesome. Citizens Media, multi-part message for this donation is on YouTube. Citizens Media TV. Okay, meaning, Jeff, thank you for donating to Streamlabs. You guys are awesome. Multi-part message for this donation is on YouTube. Meaning our interviews? Just promote that? Is that what you're talking about, my friend? If that, well, I'll say it regardless. Watch my several interviews with Jeff Epstein from Citizens Media TV about modern monetary theory. It's fantastic. It is like eye-opening for me. It's eye-opening for all of the people who have gotten to watch it. It's eye-opening on a lot of levels. And actually, here it comes. All right, here you go. Here's what Citizens Media TV, which again, check it out. Nothing can replace the magic of my first MMT lesson with Graham, but it has now dramatically improved and reached a semi-professional level. The latest version is almost exactly, yeah. So here we go. Here's everything he's saying. Okay. My latest version was exactly an hour long and is now accompanied by a full set of presentation slides. There is an international MMT conference in New York starting on Friday. They have invited me to informally give my full lesson immediately following Stephanie Kelton's keynote address on Friday. Dude, good for you, man. I've also been invited to participate on a panel for one of their Sunday workshops. Exactly 5 minutes after Graham ends his super chat today, approximately 7:35 p.m. Eastern, I will be giving the full lesson. Consider joining me. It will be broadcast on Facebook on both Real Progressives and Citizens Media TV. There's a link directly to the event, Twitter/Citizens Media TV. Yeah, guys, I cannot stress this enough. Learn the MMT thing if you haven't. It's very important because it shows you how they've set this system up to trick all of us. I mean, you want to get real into the conspiratorial aspect of it. There's been, my knowledge, 2 presidents that have tried to end the Federal Reserve, Lincoln and Kennedy. What do they have in common? Oh, we put bullets in their heads because they were trying to go after this, basically, you know, cartel. It's the Federal Reserve has nothing to do with the government. It's just a banking cartel that controls everything, which is part of what Jeff talks about. So go to Citizens Media TV, Twitter/Citizens Media TV, and you can see the reality of what our money is, what modern monetary theory really is, and how it's good as us progressives to say, why are they spending money on all this war? But it's not even, they have the money since they create the money. Like, they don't even need to take our taxes, which just shows you how taxes theft is a scam. So watch, if you haven't, watch the numerous videos I've done with Jeff on my channel, and then check him out here giving his speech, because he's condensed it. He's done it with Ron Placone. And the fact that you're speaking right, you know, with or next to or near Stephanie Kelton is pretty impressive. So thanks for supporting the show. And guys, it's another way for us to get informed, because one of the things we all know as progressives is that the reason we're all here is we realize we've been lied to. The corporate media is lying to us, right? The two-party system is lying to us. Everybody's lying to us. And that's about getting at the truth, right? That's what I do this. That's why I'm assuming most of you are here. And that's what Jeff's doing at Citizens Media TV. So please check it out. It's very, yeah. Going back to Graham, the UK, this is from PSX Spot Game. Graham, the UK was the first country to get socialized healthcare. The Conservative Party has voted against it 22 times. Wow. Gee, I wonder if they get money from the healthcare industry. And then Proudfoots writes, according to Zero Hedge, Theresa May was worried about Trump's threat to reveal Russiagate files, possibly worried about how all the interference in the U.S. election from the UK. Right. Yes, I would like to get Peter Joseph from the Zeitgeist Movement on the show, for sure. So let me go back here to Streamlabs. Balthazar228 saw Fahrenheit 11/9, the new Michael Moore movie. It's a little unfocused and meandering, but Obama, Chucky the Shoe, and Nancy Pelosi and the corporate Dems do not come out looking even mediocre. It shreds them mercilessly. Well, that's good. I like Michael Moore as a filmmaker. I've met the guy personally. I did a podcast with him. He's a super nice guy, and he does a lot of really good stuff. He's owns a theater in Grand Rapids, Michigan, I believe, in a couple theaters, and he hires like vets and stuff. My problem with some of his documentaries is that they're not really documentaries. It's just him pushing a very clear agenda, which is okay. And so I see the trailer for that 11/9, and I think, oh, is he going to blame Jill Stein and Burn Bros in it? But if you're telling me he goes after the corporate Dems, I hope he does. I hope he's awake on that aspect of it, and that makes me really want to see the film. So, Balthazar, thanks for donating on Streamlabs, and thanks for helping me set up Streamlabs. And then let me just check out if there's anyone new on Streamlabs. This is rad. Yeah, this is great. You guys are awesome. Can't remember my YouTube password. I can't sign into Streamlabs. Sorry. Getting back to what Robert Fernandez says about Joseph from the Zeitgeist Movement, Peter Joseph, excuse me. What's the Zeitgeist addendum free on YouTube pretty much explains it all. And explains the whole Federal Reserve scam. Yeah. Once you start understanding the Federal Reserve scam and modern monetary theory, you really see like, wow, this is the fakest democracy that's ever existed. I mean, this is such a kleptocracy. I mean, then you read, like, we've talked about Smedley Butler before on this. He goes, I was a high-priced muscle man for corporate America. He wrote that in 1933. You really see, it's like, America's done some good things, and yes, there's been some freedoms and stuff like that, but man, there's been a lot more that's just about colonial imperialism and capitalism, and it's important because part of it for me, the process for me of waking up is just getting more information, and then I just can't, once you start waking up, you can't play along with the neoliberal, you can't play along with it anymore. And I think that's the key, getting more people to wake up to see that it's a completely corrupt system. Both parties are corrupt. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, America is a kleptocracy run by oligarchs. I mean, it is an oligarchy for sure, but it's like a bunch of big corporations and oligarchs run the country. That's what it is. And then we pretend we're a democracy, which we're not. Proudfoots, according to reports I've heard, Michael Moore addresses conditions that made Trump inevitable. Well, that's great, Proudfoots. If that's what Michael Moore did, if he's really showing what created, because that needs to happen. I hope that movie, I'll go see it, but I hope that movie then gets people on the left to wake up to this, because I'm tired of listening to this any blue will do crap. And when Ocasio-Cortez backs Andrew Cuomo, I'm just like, what? She even said with Nita Turner, any blue will do won't do. She made that quote, right? And now she's backing no. If you live in New York, vote for the Green Party candidate. Don't vote for Andrew Cuomo. If I lived in New York, that's what I would do. That's what I would do. I'm not going to vote for Dianne Feinstein or the other guy. And if those are the only two choices because it's the top two, fine. I will, I'll write in myself. Citizens Media TV, Bernie ran third party, would have been truly blamed for Trump, and his 2020 campaign, I think, would have been dead in the water. That's a reasonable thing. I understand that, but I think that's assuming he wouldn't have won. But here's the thing. If Bernie would have won, we have no idea what would have happened. Because, and I think what Cornel West and Chris Hedges were saying, like two other options might have happened. Bernie would have campaigned in red states. He would have taken votes away from Trump. Everyone thinks he would have taken them away from Hillary, which he would have. But it's not that he would have taken them away from Hillary. It's that all the people that supported him in the primary that felt cheated, the 29 million independents that weren't allowed to vote in the Democratic primary, they would have said, we're coming on board. Here's two other options that might have happened. It's all supposition at this point. But one, what if he would have helped, he would have taken away Trump votes and Hillary would have won? Then he would have been heralded as the hero. Or even better, what if Bernie would have won as an independent? Look, Trump winning was insane. Bernie could have won. It's such a crazy political climate and people are so sick. I mean, Bernie and Trump both ran on progressive platforms. Trump became the nomination because they don't have superdelegates. Bernie would have taken votes away. You got to understand, 19.8% of the electorate voted for Hillary and 19.6% of the electorate voted for Trump. 28% of the electorate was disallowed from voting. And another, whatever's left, 26, 27%, didn't vote. How many of those people who went, I'm not voting? It was the lowest black turnout ever. They would have shown up for Bernie Sanders. He was endorsed by Spike Lee and Cornel West. They would have gotten behind him. He would have snatched up the black vote from Hillary. Bernie could have won as an independent. That's my thing. You're right. Had Hillary lost, had Trump won and Bernie was an independent, of course they would have hung it around his neck, even more so than they do now. But he could have won, or he could have made Trump lose, and having Hillary win wouldn't have been that great either. But I don't see a problem with Ocasio-Cortez endorsing Cuomo in general. She worked hard for Nixon. I can only hope and assume that the Republican is even worse. It's not. That's the thing, though. That's the problem. The Republican is not that much worse. Cynthia Nixon called Cuomo in a debate a liar. He's one of those Democrats that endorses all these Republican things. The state Senate in New York is controlled by the Republicans. Cynthia Nixon, her and Cortez should back the green. If they're real progressives, they should back the green and try to get a green in the governor's mansion in New York. Not go, oh, I'm going to toe the party line. This is how progressives feel like slighted, man. Yeah. Annabelle Corley. Morning, Graham. Watch the Flint Now doc. I didn't know why Flint's water was contaminated. It's shocking to see how it happened and that the community is devastated on so many levels. Oh, it's crazy what happened in Michigan. And hats off to the Miss Michigan who was running in the Miss America pageant who said that. I played it on my video. I played her how she introduced herself. I'm from the state that has 85% of the country's drinking water, but isn't allowed to have access to it or whatever. And it's like, boom. Yeah, it's awful what's happening in Flint. Still is going on in Flint. Remember Obama came in there and drank the water and said, water's fine? See what they've done in Flint? It could happen to any number of cities. And it's why I can't just do this any blue will do business. I can't do it. Moose Gal, Graham, there are lots of Americans that are split on what it means to be progressive in the U.S. What does being a progressive mean to you, and is Rep. Ro Khanna from California a true progressive? Well, I'll tell you what a progressive means for me. It means whatever you want to call it, however you want to struck shit. You want to slap some shit around, that means you're a progressive. No, if you want to, however you want to structure it, single payer healthcare, Medicare for all, whatever you want to call it, free universal healthcare. That's what I'm talking about. Free healthcare for everybody that wants it. You want to keep private healthcare, if you want to go buy your own, you want to have that option, fine. Fine. It means that. It means free college tuition. It means ending all of these wars. It means cutting the military budget way down. It means saving the environment. That should be like our #1 priority. It means using a Green New Deal to do that. A Green New Deal would give a bunch of great manufacturing jobs in America, building any and all products and technology that'll help reverse climate change. Right? I've said this before, but like wind, solar, obviously. But like in my city, Santa Monica, California, they passed a law several years ago. You ought to have waterless urinals in all of the public restrooms. Because we were dealing with a serious drought. Because you don't need water to flush urine. I know this is getting a little gross, but you don't. And each waterless urinal saves about 40,000 gallons of water a year. We start passing legislation like that, and then we start making sure those are built in America. So you see what happens now? All these jobs come in. That's what it means to me to be a progressive. It means not taking any corporate money. That's what it means. It means election reform. Having a free, thriving democracy where people are engaged, where we have 80 and 90% voter turnout, not 58% voter turnout, or in the primaries worse, 20, 25% voter turnout. That's what it means. Get the money out of politics, have debate, require by law, you have to have 4 different parties or independents represented. They have to be from 4 different, they can either be a full-on independent or they can't just be these 2 parties. That's what it means to me to be an independent. I think Ro Khanna seems to be trying to be as much of a progressive as he can, but then I just wonder. They all play, I mean, look at Ocasio-Cortez, this huge victory. She's a democratic socialist. It's like, oh man, this is huge. And now she's just towing the corporate line. I just worry about that. I just see the Democrats sell us out at every turn. And I just don't think you can change that party from within. I just don't. So that's my definition. I hope that answers your question. Balthazar 228, 3-way math. If Bernie ran, he might have gotten the 22.5% of voters who didn't vote. 50 of the 45 who didn't vote. 22.5 without taking any votes away, which he would have from Trump and Clinton, is competitive versus Hillary's 26.8% and Trump's 24%-ish. Yeah. Thanks for supporting the show, Balthazar228, and also getting me set up on Streamlabs. Guys, if you just tuned in and you wanted to support the show, we're using Streamlabs now, so Google doesn't get any more money. So it's in the title. There's streamlabs.com/Graham Elwood. You can use PayPal. Google doesn't take any money. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I agree. Bernie could have won the election. Think about it. Look at the reaction he had when he went to that town hall meeting in West Virginia after the election. He would have taken some states, people would have gone, wait, what? He won Wyoming? Wait, what? He won Kentucky? Like, he would have taken some states, people would have gone, wait, what? These red state strongholds, or these blue, like he would have maybe taken Minnesota or Wisconsin, those 2 states that Hillary lost that she didn't campaign in. What if Bernie campaigned there? Right? What if he took California or New York? He would have done it. He would have, yeah. Yeah. Kimberly Schwank Schwanke, Bernie was asked to join a movement for a People's Party, and he snubbed the third-party option. I don't doubt Bernie would have won if DNC wasn't a piece of shit. Yeah. Cindy Samsara, I Patreoned you in the bonus video spot. I got tired of waiting for someone to pass on a spot would open up for the submit an article area. Well, let me ask you this, guys. If you want, I'll open up the article thing. I mean, I kept it to 30 because it's like, I might open up a couple more, but. Andrea Weisner, is Ocasio a bad person, or has she been tricked or threatened? I don't think Ocasio is a bad person. I think she's genuine, and I think she ran and was like, I'm going to run on what I believe in, and maybe thought, I don't know if I can even win, but I'm going to just run what's right. And then when she won, went, oh, wow, and then probably got a bunch of people in her ear going, you got to play ball a little bit with the DNC, or the DNC came in and went, look at all this big, shiny donor money over here. I don't know, you know, or someone's like, she's like, I don't want to endorse Cuomo. She's like, but Trump and ICE and deportation. And she's like, well, you know, I'm Latina and a big part of my constituents, and that's a big thing I ran on was, you know, immigration reform. So, all right, she's playing, I'll acquiesce. I'll play lesser of two evils. I don't think she's evil. I don't think she's like, ha, 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 I tricked you progressives. I don't think that at all. I think she's, people are in her ear, or she's just thinking, well, I got to play ball a little bit now that I'm in. And I wouldn't. And this is the thing that drives me nuts. This is why the Tea Party always gets what they want. The Tea Party doesn't buckle. The Tea Party goes, we're fucking walking, man. You don't give us what we want. They go on the floor of the Republican convention and go, you give us what we want or we're out. And progressives like, yeah, and then okay. No, man, we got to go, these things we want, we ain't budging on those. We're not budging on these. Yeah, but it's hard to, we're not budging on these. You elected me, I'm sticking to this. It's just that party, man. Yeah, Proudfoots. Bernie could have beaten both of the establishment choices, the two worst people they could find. Where are we at here? Yep, Howie Hawkins for governor of New York. Howie Hawkins is the Green Party candidate in the state of New York. Vote for that guy. Vote green. You know? Yeah, you can be a pure rookie. You just need to be smart about it. No. PayPal is worse than Google because of its ties to Trump. Sure, but PayPal doesn't take a percentage on this. They're just transactioning. Then they're not taking any money on this. Just Elon Musk still owns a piece of PayPal. Yeah, Bernie would have won Illinois. Progressive means an understanding of MMT and not giving into the bullshit neoliberal pay-for game. Unfortunately, Kyle Kulinski just said MMT is a long-term goal, and in the meantime, we must say exactly how we will pay for it from the rich, from the military. So he says that we must sabotage things even worse until MMT is more adopted. Very upsetting. Well, I will say this. I understand Kyle Kulinski's stance on that. Because, look, if everyone started to understand MMT, man, that would be great. And then we should obviously keep doing that. And what you're doing at Citizens Media TV and Stephanie Kelton, everyone out there, and I'll try to push it as much as I can. I don't think you have to pick one or the other. I think you can say we need to stop spending all this money on military and everyone needs to understand how money really works. I think you can do both. I don't think you have to pick one. That's where I would disagree with Kyle Kulinski. But I do understand his point of it's such a big pill for people to swallow that, like, we don't have the, if this is what he is saying, and I'm not trying to put words in his mouth, but if I understand what he is saying, or my interpretation, what I think he's saying is that we don't have the time to do that. We have to just address why are we spending all of this money. I mean, I sort of get that. I think you can do both. I think you can just ask that question, why are we spending, you know, $1 trillion a year on war when that money could go elsewhere? You can say that and then still say, and by the way, the Federal Reserve is a scam, and read up on modern monetary theory. I think you can do both. That's my opinion. Why do Dems suck so bad? Andrew Sweet, just noted you're at 9.9 thousand. Everyone smash that like button. Yeah, guys, we're at 9,900 subscribers. I'd love to get over the 10,000 mark. So please, I know you've like many, YouTube, I check the analytics. YouTube is unsubscribing people. So the more people that subscribe, and if you've been you might have been unsubscribed, subscribe and hit the bell notification button. They still might not notify you because they are messing with people like me. But keep subscribing. Keep subscribing, and subscribe on Daily Motion too. Graham, you need to run with Tulsi Gabbard. I would love to. Shammy Davis here, Jr. Hey, how you doing? Agent Dale Chomsky, you have to hit the Dem Party with a stick, and that can only come from outside. While I believe the Justice Democrats are earnest about their strategy, the party is designed to eliminate them. Yeah, that's such a great point. Look at all these people, Our Revolution and Justice Democrats, all these people trying to change from within, and look, it just keeps, they keep doing it. A good friend of mine that you know, runs, you know, works for Open Primaries is like, Graham, people are suckers. The progressives, the left, they're suckers. They're doing all these high fives like, oh, look, they're limiting the involvement of the superdelegates. He goes, they're still involved. The Republicans have 0 superdelegates. He goes, they just got taken. They're suckers. And the Democratic Party is going to determine who's Democrat enough to be in their party? I'm not. I'm not in your party. I don't take money from the war machine, so no, I'm not in your party. Proudfoot's The Intercept is a review of the Michael Moore's movie. It might educate some of those who think Trump is an aberration. Do that. Balthazar agrees with Agent Joe Chomsky. Yeah, vote green. Why do the Dems suck? They lost their moral compass. Marcia Smith. Kyle Kulinski is wrong and misinformed. Ever since we went off the gold standard back in 1933, I thought we went off the gold standard in 1973 under Nixon. That was my understanding. MMT explains how our fiat currency works. There is no goal to achieve. It's been true for 83 years. Okay. Yeah. Andrew Sweet, blame the higher-ups and the consultants, not Andrea Ocasio-Cortez. Yeah, I going back to her, I agree with that. I think she's like, you know, what is she, a single mom from the Bronx who's now in the middle of this political machine? There's all these people coming at her, and you know, that's what, you know, they're, oh, we'll take care of you, and we gotta fight Trump. You know, they're gonna just slowly try to pivot her into, we gotta fight Trump. We gotta fight anything to fight Trump, because Trump is bad. He's look at all the evil stuff he's doing. And they're just going to slowly like, we'll get to your progressive stuff later, but we got to fight Trump. That's what they're going to do, man. That they are doing. They are doing that. Boom, boom, pow. Balthazar 228. Just donated on Streamlabs, guys. In the title of today's live stream, Grammar Answers Your Questions, 9/23/18, there's a Streamlabs. That's where you can donate, and the money doesn't go to Google. If they don't, it might be they don't realize how strong they could be fully bucking the establishment, even though, and after the election, they can call out each and every one of them as failing their constituents and use that to force them to vote progressively. Yeah, it's a good point, Balthazar 228. It really is, because it's like, that's the thing, like, Ocasio-Cortez doesn't realize how much power she's got. She got voted by a bunch of progressives that donated. $22 was the average donation that she got. She should go in there. That's the thing. And Jimmy Dore said this on his episode. She thinks like she needs to, everyone, when progressives get elected, they think, well, I gotta play ball with the Democratic establishment. No, you need to go to the Democrats and go, you need to play ball with me. These are my voters. I'm a progressive. They're going where I say they're going. They want me to go this direction. I said I was going in this direction. They voted for me to go in this direction. This is where I'm going. She should be like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm doing whatever I want. I'm doing the progressive message like I said in my campaign. That's what she should be doing. I don't support Andrew Cuomo. I support, man, I would love if somebody got behind me, gave me some money to run. I would run, and it would be no joke, man. It would be, I wouldn't back down at all. It would be, I would love it. I would love it. I would be like, nope. You know, I'd debate, and if they ask, are you gonna, support this candidate if you lose? I'd say no. Unless he or she changes all of her policies to become progressive, which I doubt it because they get all this corporate money. I'm not backing that ever. And if I get elected, I'm not going to endorse. I'm not going to back these people at all. I'm going to back the voters, not the corporate benefactors and their lackeys. That's what I would do. Citizens Media TV, thanks for donating. Not pushing MMT is one thing actively. Yeah, if that's what you're talking about, Kyle Kulinski. FDR did it. All right, all right, hold on. Let me go back, make sure I got all this. Citizens Media TV understood it's a big pill talking about modern monetary theory, but he is explicitly offering pay-for solutions, explicitly saying we should take money from the rich. We should take money from the military. That's beyond what you're saying. Not pushing MMT is one thing actively. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, I'm just going off of what you are saying Kyle Kulinski has said. I haven't actually seen what he said, so I would, yeah. I mean, I also would like to see the rich give in and help out people more instead of buying, Lear jets and 10 yachts. I mean, I know, look, Betsy DeVos needs 10 yachts. Look, you can't have 8 yachts or 2. I mean, you can have 1 yacht like an animal. I get it. You need 10 yachts. I get it. I'm supposed to take the same yacht like to the Caribbean as the yacht that I take to the south of France. I mean, Jesus Christ. Well, I might as well just drink my own urine if that's what I'm going to do, not have different yachts for different exclusive parts of the world. I mean, what would my friends think if I showed up in the same yacht? I mean, come on. Let's for a second here. You know what I mean? I got to have a different yacht for the Gulf of Mexico than I do the Caribbean. They're 2 different bodies of water, you guys. I mean, I'm going to take that same yacht to Hawaii. We're just animals now living under a bridge, eating berries or whatever? I don't know. I need 10 fucking yachts. Back the fuck up. If I want 10 goddamn yachts, I'm going to get it. And I don't give a fuck what you godless hippies have to say. I get 10 fucking yachts. I'm not saying 20. I'm not greedy. Just 10. Just 10 yachts. Jesus Christ. Guys, fucking lose your shit. I can't have fucking 10 yachts. Anyway, Citizens Media TV said, giving into neoliberal tricks and traps with explicit pay-fors is another. Kyle is unknowingly sabotaging is only got off gold standard depression to World War I. Many countries got off in 1971, the U.S. only. Yeah, I hear you. Basil Peterson said, Marcia Smith, biggest disappointment of my lifetime is Obama had an FDR moment and he totally let America down. Oh, yeah. I really thought Obama was going to come in and just like sweeping change. I really was like, man, he's going to just he's going to change so much. It's going to be so awesome. I can't even. It's insane. Yeah, if I have less than 10 yachts, I should just kill myself. Why sometimes? Sorry, having some YouTubery. There it is. My other yacht is at the cleaners. RSFO, peace out. Maybe see you at the next Unity for Jay. Yeah, I should be. I'm not sure. They just sent me the date. I think it's October 6th maybe or something like that. But I should be able to do the next Unity for Julian, those monthly vigils. When I get a time lockdown, I'll push it out to you guys. Those are things. If you haven't, go to unity4j.com and get involved because those are amazing, man. I mean, they're great. Moose Gal, Graham, do you want a third party to primary corporate Dems? If so, what are your thoughts on Socialist Alternative Party? I want a third party, not just the primary corporate Dems. I want a real party. Like, that shows the ridiculousness of both of the other two parties. I think it should be a party rooted in labor. Because that's the thing that connects everybody. That's the thing that connects people in the red states and the blue states and everywhere in between is labor. Everyone gets connected on labor. You know, I would want a progressive party that's like, you know, gun control. Not take all of your guns away, but definitely we need good gun regulate. We need gun control. You know, that's rooted in, and definitely rooted in very socialist things. I think so. I think there's a party out there that can really appeal to a lot of people. You know, I mean, we have the Green Party. I'd like to see more money put into it. I'd like to see it actually really put up some candidates. And I see some Green Party candidates that are for real candidates, and it's awesome. And then I see some, like in California, this guy always runs every year as a Green, and his job title is puppeteer. You're just telling people you're not serious when you do that. So, you know, Kenneth Mejia is running for real. And the thing about Kenneth Mejia, he's running against a Democrat. So if he wins, he doesn't have to acquiesce to the Democratic Party because he ran as a Democrat, because he's not. He's running as a Green. I would like to see a real third party, or as Jimmy always says, an actual second party. And I think it should have stuff rooted in, because socialism is becoming more popular than ever. I've talked about this before. The state the DSA has opened more membership offices in is Texas. What does that tell you? People in Texas are like, we're done. So that's what I would like to see a third party do and be legitimate. I mean, the time is ripe. We have the lowest approval of our government, not just Congress. We have the lowest approval of our government. People are done. They're done. We have low voter turnout. People are done. A third party would be huge, man. Yacht lives matter. No nukes for everybody. A nuclear-armed international community is a polite international community. Absolutely. Amen. Cindy Samsara, I want a party that fights and has a forward-looking vision of itself as a political force. I'm not sure the Green Party is that option. No, I mean, that's the thing, too. Yeah, exactly. A party that doesn't back down. That doesn't go, yeah. Like, no, we're fighting for this. We're sticking to it. These are the campaign promises I made because I believe in them, not because my corporations, I'm not just saying what I think I should say to get elected. I want change. I want things for the better. I don't care if I lose. I just want things to get better. You know? Balthazar 228. UK has joke candidates. Our candidates are jokes. Yeah. Andrea Wisner. Jobs is a trick. Jobs lock people into this economic system. I'm not saying don't work, but find ways to work outside the system. Yeah, that's valid. But I think my point is, and a big part of socialism is supporting the worker. Because we have, and I did a video on this, you know, corporations have had economic gains of 77% over the last several decades, and wages have only gone up 12%. These corporations are record profits. CEOs broke another record for average salary last year. Went from 15-some million a year average salary to 16-some million. That's their average salary. So what I would like to see is like, let's support workers more. Let's get more unions involved, you know, because that does appeal to a lot of people. And if you tie that into a Green New Deal, then it's like, the conservatives that don't believe that climate change is real, you say, I bet you, I'll give you a job $30 an hour with full benefits, making solar panels. I bet you they'll get on board with fixing climate change real quick. Real quick. You tell them you're too dumb, you're just a dumb red stater, you're a deplorable, then they're going to say fuck you and fuck your climate change. That's my point. Graham, some say Bernie Sanders isn't a democratic socialist, but advocates for social democracy in the U.S. What do you think? Yeah, I would agree. I think he does kind of advocate for social democracy. I mean, I've said this before. In Europe, Bernie Sanders is a centrist. So he advocates for a lot of social democracy, you know, and I think he's done some good things, but then he still... He had a moment of having a revolution, and he passed it up. Yeah, green is an ad word. Need to change to progressive greens. No, don't put Democrat anywhere in a new party's title. Don't. Just don't put it in there. You know, like the Green Labor Party, or the, you know, something, I don't know what you'd call it, but don't put Democrat in there. Turns a lot of people off. That is correct. Bernie, I'm assuming you're talking about, is a New Dealer. Socialism originally meant that the means of production should be owned by the public. That meaning has been sadly forgotten. That's what I'm talking about. The means of production should be owned by the public. We should have public banks. We should have municipal broadband, right? The workers, the public should all be part owners in the company. Those are the best companies. People have ownership in where they work. You just give someone a shitty paycheck. They fucking hate their job. They hate their boss. They don't give a shit about the customers. They're just there to barely get by. Green Party is for Green New Deal, so they kind of sound Green FDR. Yeah. Yeah, just spitballing. We're all throwing out good ideas, guys. Stephen Carl. Just joining us. Awesome. Stephen, we're doing a new thing for the Super Chats here. If you go to Stream It, the link is in the title. Streamlab.com/Graham Elwood. That's a way you can donate to the show without giving money to Google. Balthazar228. If I'm ever, thank you for supporting the show. If I'm ever running for office and Cory Booker feels comfortable taking a selfie or video with me, I will stop my campaign immediately. He should be scared shitless being anywhere close to me. I will rip him and his corporate ass apart. Oh, I know. But it's why, Andrew Gilliam ran on a, Medicare for all, and then after he gets elected, it's like, we need to help revise the Affordable Care Act and make health care affordable. Oh, so he's already backing off of that. And someone on Twitter was like, what do you expect from someone that was a Clinton delegate? Such a bummer. Brett James, the Green Party in the Scottish Parliament actually gets to vote on policies and budgeting, and other parties relying them for votes through negotiation on green policies. Nice. Nice. Green like pot, not like money. Vegan Trove, what's up? Yeah, that's the other thing too. And Brett James, thank you for sharing that. I really appreciate you folks that live in other countries sharing how things work, because I think that's a big problem here, is obviously our overall education in America. But when you hear, because Americans, and the politicians and everything, they try to talk and then they spew that through the bullshit corporate media, and then Americans regurgitate it thinking they're knowledgeable of like, oh, this can't happen. It's pie in the sky. These are ponies. And it's like, wait a minute. They're doing this in Scotland. They're doing this in this country, in this country, in this country, in this country, in this country. And it's like, then they always come back, oh, wow, their standard of living. No, they have a great standard of living. I did a video that this is the most dangerous developed country for a woman to get pregnant in because of our high maternal mortality rates. How ridiculous is that? So thank you for sharing that. I want to hear all stuff about from other countries and how it's done, so that because that's the other thing. You say it to Americans, they go, oh, wow, I didn't know that. Yeah. We act like we've got it figured out. If it's not done in America, then it must be dumb. And it's like, oh, please. The U.S. public should accept nothing inferior to a Green New Deal. Anything inferior amounts to a declaration of war against the public. Really. Not saying you should respond with your private nukes. Only way to stop a good guy with a nuke is a bad guy with a nuke. Boom. My knuckles I started this new martial art class, so we hit the heavy bag pretty hard. Sorry, hopefully that's not too gross. Profits are just unpaid wages. Great point, Stephen Carl. Yeah. The other reason why we should be so adamant and not acquiesce on the Green New Deal is we are running out of time. Lee Camp talks about this. We've talked about it here. Jimmy Dore and I were talking about this. I mean, after 2030, if we don't do drastic improvements to reverse climate change, it'll be too late after 2030. We have less than 12 years. That's why it should be like Green New Deal. We got no time to waste. We have no time to waste. We got to save the planet, and we can put everyone to work doing it. We can put everyone to work. You might not get 10 yachts, which I know. I'm supposed to cruise up to Alaska in the same yacht I go to the Caribbean in. It's a different, I'm not going to live like a goddamn animal. But let's fix the Green New Deal. Let's get the Green New Deal going. Or that tired right-wing talking point, it can't work here because we're a bigger country. Oh, God, it's so crazy. 3,700 days. Yeah. Proud for it. We can't afford it. We're too rich and powerful. It can be turned around if everyone just said this has to happen right now. Right now, we could turn it around. We absolutely could turn it around. We put the $5 trillion into it that we've put into the global war on terror. We could turn this around. We put all this technology into fixing the planet. Who knows what some scientists are researching right now? Maybe they figured out a way to I've heard about them, being able to shoot stuff into the clouds to create rain where there's drought. Who knows what they could come up with? There's all this technology that already exists that if it had more funding could be improved. There's compostable plastic. I use it. There's all these things we could do right here, right now. If there's compostable plastic, can we not find plant-based plastics to make products like this camera and all the plastic stuff we have to use, this watch, right? There's so many things we could do. If everyone got behind it, we could fix it. We could reverse it in 10 years. We absolutely could. We're running out of time. That's why I'm not going to this. Well, it's okay that Ocasio endorsed Cuomo. Hey man, he's evil. He's just a fucking Democratic Trump. I don't got time for that shit. You know? Yeah. Citizens Media TV says we can't afford a Green New Deal, but we're all dead, so money isn't really going to matter much. Right, exactly. Say that to people. I mean, look, North Carolina. Puerto Rico's still not fixed. I mean, the Mitchell Health video, watch the Mitchell Health video. He brings a bunch of fantastic information from NOAA, a government website. We look at it. It's on the show. The Mitchell Health video. Please watch it. It's from the Department of Commerce, funds NOAA. And it's showing. We don't have time. Annabelle Corley, I believe in the Green Party policy, but they don't know how to implement ideas. The Green Party in Australia only reaches people living in the cities. They alienate people on the land. Right. Here's a great vote green. Diabetes is reversible. Cancer can be prevented. The food we eat also heals. No meat, no dairy, no problems. Yeah, look at that. You know? Be green. We have a whole ocean full of plastic we could recycle. Look at you guys just on the live stream giving all these fantastic ideas out already. Right? Xcel Energy, the company that I used to get electricity from, was one of the first energy companies to go 100% renewable. They did it because it was cheaper per kilowatt hour to make and distribute. See? Look at that. Yeah. I'm buying beachfront property in Saskatchewan. Buy beachfront property in Iowa. No, you guys are always throwing out great ideas. Check Streamlabs real quick. Don't forget, guys, you can go to streamlabs.com/Graham Elwood. Yeah, California votes to ban plastic straws, but not for fad foods. Right, not good enough. Right, exactly. Yep. Citizens Media TV did a great MMT presentation on Real Progressives yesterday, by the way. Citizens Media TV, I love what Jeff and they're all doing. Solar, according to Be Green, is now the cheapest form of energy on the planet Earth. Oh, weird. So if you put a bunch of money into something, like any form of technology, it becomes cheaper and faster and more efficient. Yeah, Proudfoot's my dry broke, so I dry my clothes on a line. You know one thing I'm going to get? Because I live in an apartment complex, but I want to get one of those. I think I've seen little apartment racks to hang clothes on. Takes longer to dry, but then I'm not using the dryer. I'm saving money, and it's better for the environment. Yeah. Proudfoots is going to bed. Thank you. And it's even cheaper considering the subsidies we put into fossil fuels, Balthazar228 just says. You're in Copenhagen falling asleep on your chair. Really got to go. Well, guten Nacht. Yeah, Jerry Brown is a neoliberal. Nestle's been pillaging here for years. There's all these great solutions out there. You know, we can do this. We just can't back down, man. I will not vote for the lesser of two evils. I will not. I'm going to vote. And I will vote for I will write myself in. I will write myself in to be senator of the great state of California, because I'm not going to vote for Dianne Feinstein. I'm not going to vote for some corp Democrat light who's just kind of got a little couple of, it's like wearing, just has like a progressive hat when the rest of their clothes is corporate. We need to ban all plastic, period. Plastic alternatives already exist and would be cheap if everyone had to use them. Exactly. Exactly. That's such a great point. Compostable plastics are kind of expensive right now because barely anyone's buying them. If everyone had to buy them, then you would have the free market economy would be competitive and they would get cheaper. And everyone would have to buy them. Everyone would be using compostable plastics. Derek Robert, Germany launched the first hydrogen train yesterday and we're planning to get more hydrogen trains. Yes, I've talked to people in the hydrogen industry. They're like, hydrogen's ready to go. We just need the money for the infrastructure. Again, if we said that's it, no more gas. We're going hydrogen, we're going electric. You billionaire companies, you ExxonMobil, you're done doing oil. Start getting into hydrogen. You still make your profits. All the gas stations got to be converted to hydrogen within the next 5 years because we're done with gas cars. Boom, you could do it. You could do it. I know I sound like this is something you hear a million times. It sounds like something your dad or grandfather would say, but we put a man on the moon. Kennedy said we're going to put a man on the moon by the end of the decade, and he did it, and he was dead. And they had already killed his brother, and we still put a man on the moon in 1969. It's doable. It's completely doable, and America is the land of innovation. America should be leading the way, not holding the world back. Everyone in the rest of the world is circumventing America because we're going in reverse, and there's no time for it. Darianne for Congress. Hey guys. Hey guys, I'm just doing like some solar panel things, and I guess it's like hot sun stuff. Like you put hot stuff in the sun and it makes it powerful. So it's like so great. So thoughts and sun blessings, you guys. Costa Rica, Be Green, gets 90% of their energy from green renewable sources. I was there in June. It's fantastic, that country. They banned single-use plastic. It is the cleanest country I've ever seen. No wrappers on the, very few wrappers on the beach and stuff like that. It is unreal how clean that country is. And everyone cares. Because the whole country cares about it and they care about the environment and they're proud of their country. No one's just like, throw it. Everyone's like, oh, no, we got to clean that up. Or we could build more and more nuke plants. What could go wrong? Yeah, nuke's fine. There's no downside. There's no downside. I mean, if a wind turbine breaks, oh, man. It just breaks and no one gets hurt. Unless like a turbine falls directly on someone who inexplicably is standing underneath a wind turbine. Annabelle Corley, it's all about follow through, stick to the end goal, don't budge, and then people must change. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thank you, Annabelle. Good day down under. You're 9:30 in the morning on Wednesday, roughly. You guys are about 17 hours ahead. Enjoy your Monday. Yeah, people retire in Costa Rica. It's cheap and not murderous as U.S. wants us to believe. Brandon Williams, I feel like the only way we will fix climate change is if it affects the rich, which it will eventually. It's already starting to. Look, every time there's a disaster, it's in the billions of dollars. Rich people think they can just live in a gated community and a collapsing environment won't affect them. It will. Their big fancy houses all went up, get burned up all the time. I mean, they're going to get flooded. It's going to happen. And they're going to sit there and go, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Right? Big corporations' bottom lines keep getting hurt. It's going to happen. So, guys, and birds are trying to kill the turbines. You guys are fantastic. I want to thank everybody. This has been a really great super chat as always. I want to thank on the YouTube side, Balthazar228, 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 Proudfoots, keep that foot proud. Balthazar228 again, Citizens Media TV, Balthazar228. And then, of course, I want to thank yeah. Going back real quick, Mount Muscal, Graham, I think it would be groovy if the corporate Dems merge with the Republican Party. I think they already have. I really like your idea of a party for labor, but corporate Dems think they stand for workers. Yeah, it's unbelievable. No. God. You can email me info@grahamelwood.com if you have any questions for me. And I want to thank everybody. Well, first of all, Balthazar228 on Streamlabs. I'm not voting for Polis for governor. This is in Colorado, I believe. Because of his votes on Bush tax cuts, guns, his identity politics pushing, first openly gay governor, and for his 100% renewable by 2040 beyond his term. I'm not voting for Mitch Bush for kind of either. Not good, EMU. Okay. Guys, vote for candidates you believe in. I want to thank on the streamlabs.com/GrahamElwood. You can support me through there anytime. You can do Patreon, Balthazar228, Balthazar228, Citizens Media TV, Balthazar228, Balthazar228 again, Citizens Media TV, Proudfoots, Marcia Smith, and Balthazar228, man. You guys were fantastic. We had a really productive session today. Really, this is great. I love talking about all the ideas that we can use to help fix the environment. You guys, it's really cool. I really love doing this show. And vote green. We have red tide in Florida right now, especially around Sarasota. The smell alone makes the rich as sick as everyone else. Yep, there you go. Yep, interesting. Well, guys, yeah, as we talk about, Berkshire Hathaway is buying real estate off the coast. They know which way the wind is blowing. Berkshire Hathaway, because they know if a third, we talked about this in the Mitchell Health interview, if a third of the population lives along the East Coast and the East Coast is becoming flooded, that means upwards of 100 million people are going to need to move inland. They're going to have to live places. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for supporting the show, and thank you for Streamlabs. We'll be doing that from now on, so we're not giving money to Google, and it's a fantastic way to support the show. It's great. This is it's really cool. I'm slowly getting it. I've got Stream It. And I was on DLive, but now I'm moving to DTube and posting videos there. I'm going to be, hopefully by this week, we'll have videos up on Stream It and DTube, which is cryptocurrency, which is another way to support the show. But guys, the Patreon, what you did today is awesome. Ron Placone and I, November 2nd in Sacramento, Progressive Comedy Tour. November 3rd in San Francisco. We're working on Santa Barbara, November 4th. Not confirmed yet. Florida, Progressive Comedy Tour is coming to you in January. We've got Gainesville, January 9th, and Orlando, January 11th right now. There's already a ticket link for Orlando. And we're going to fill in that week for the shows like we did in the last tour. So we're going to be all around Florida that second week of January. Join us. Go to GrahamElwood.com, and you guys were great. Hey, Natural Progressive. Yeah, you can watch the replay. Thanks for, sorry. Kate, we're working on Tampa. We don't know yet where the other dates. We're looking at maybe Jacksonville, Tampa, Miami. Right now we've got Gainesville and Orlando. So we got to find good venues where they'll give us the door. We're finding like 70, 80, 100 seat venues. So you guys are great, but we should be there. Yeah, we could do solar today, Marcia. You guys are awesome. St. Pete's, maybe. Yeah. We can't get Miami. Maybe we'll try to get Fort Lauderdale or West Palm or something like that. We just got to find the right venue that makes sense for us doing the door and the deal and all that stuff. But you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for supporting the show. I love everything. I love these discussions. I really get a lot out of them myself, and I feel very hopeful after I do this. So peace out. We had a televised debate with the candidates running in Illinois governor. Asked the candidates, what do they pay for a haircut? And how much do you tip? Oh God, so stupid. Anyway, you guys were great. Thank you so much for everybody that joined on Streamlabs and everybody that did the super chat. Really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. If I look at my calendar right now, today, let's see what next Sunday looks like. Next week, might have to be on Saturday, looking at my schedule, because I got to give this keynote thing on Sunday, but let me see. Yeah, next week might have to be on Saturday, but I'll let you know. Follow me on Twitter, @Graham-Elwood. You guys are great. Remember, make Gotham great again. Another great, I have Make Gotham Great Again shirts. You can get those at GrahamElwood.com. It's another great way to support the show. And hopefully we'll see you out on the road at the live shows. You guys are awesome. Keep staying political vigilantes. Boom. Boom.